Hi, this is Dr. Weideman, and I'm going to give you a short introduction to our online statistics class, the Angel course materials, and also the MyStatLab materials. Um, the document that I have on the screen right now, let me just take you into the Angel course real quick. In the course materials page, you'll find this information. Here's the handout, and then here's the video that you're watching right now. So let's go back to this document, and I'm going to walk you first through the Angel course. And first thing we do when we first come to the course, when you click on it from the main Angel homepage, it will take you to what I call the homepage for our course. And here you can see any announcements for the course, the section mail, if there's calendar events coming up, the course syllabus, institutional links here. Here's a library resources if you have to look up things on the library using the search mechanism. The Smart Thinking Student Tutoring link is there. Let's just go across the tabs at the top here. The course syllabus is here, and it's also on the syllabus tab. Here's the calendar, and I've put all of your due dates on here for the whole course, so they'll also show up on the home page when you come in, when there's things coming due that week. The course materials page is probably where you'll spend your most time, and so let's go over there and take a look at it, and I'm going to give you a look as a student. Okay, so when we're on the course materials page, here's the introductory materials for the course. Here's the handout that we're working with right now. Here's the video you're watching. Here's a list of things to do first. You might want to take a look at that. Here's MyMathLab registration instructions, and there's also a video for that handout. And then here's the MyStatLab registration guide from the Pearson website. Also on this page is the required course orientation that you need to go through all the steps in order to unlock the rest of the course materials. Here's a link to my instructor page, shows my office hours. Here's a link to view your grades. I recommend using this link rather than the link up here. This one will just give you the grades. You won't have to go through and set any reports up. Each week after quizzes are due, I'll post analysis of quiz answers that will show you questions that were missed by a number of students, and analysis of what the correct answer should be. Weekly chat sessions for this class, I'm going to schedule those for Tuesday evenings at 6:30. And in this folder, you'll see a link that will take you to that website. Watch out when you're in Firefox. When I click on this link, it looks like I have a blank screen. I don't know if you can see this, but on the address bar in Firefox, there's a little shield up there, and it says Firefox has blocked content, and you want to go ahead here and disable the protection on that page. And then it will allow that page to open up. And so your first chat session is on January 14th. And if you click on launch it, right now it's going to say, well, the class isn't ready to start yet. So actually it might be launching it because it's on the owner of it. But it's actually not ready to go yet. So when it is time for it, when you click on launch the class, it'll take you into the chat. And yeah, this is recognizing that I'm logged in. So you're seeing what I would see, not what you would see. But you'll use the link right here to get to that web page. I use an online whiteboard called the WizIQ website, and students will be able to chat with me, and I'll do a short presentation. We'll go over some problems each week related to the material that we're covering. So week 1 we'll do chapters 1 and 10. Okay, let's go back to course materials. In Angel, the material is set up in units, which matches pretty closely to what the textbook does. So in Unit 1, there'll be a little humor in the beginning here, and then it's organized by the chapters. So in Chapter 1, you'll see the learning outcomes here, MyStatLab. There are handouts for each chapter. There's a handout with notes, and then there's a PowerPoint handout. The quizzes are in Angel, and the homework is in MyStatLab. So make sure you understand that. You're going to come back over to Angel to do the quiz. Some chapters will have a discussion topic, and that'll be shown here with the due date. Your first one is a class introduction, and then there's always related materials for each chapter. Okay, let's go over now to the, let me scroll down and see if I've covered the things in the handout. I think I did. Yeah, view my grades, we did that, communication tab. And it's critical, you have to purchase the MyStatLab Access Kit, and you have to register in the class. You can't pass it if you don't register for MyStatLab. We do a lot of things in there, and we use the StatCrunch tool in there. So let me take you over to the course in MyStatLab. So here's our course here. The course home here shows you dates and things coming up. Chapter materials is an electronic, is it what we call an ebook. There's videos for the chapter. The multimedia e-text is really nice because it has built-in videos. You can highlight, you can take notes. Sometimes in the quizzes I'll tell you to go to a certain homework problem to access the data for that particular problem. But it looks just like the printed textbook would look. And the pages are set up the same way. And I wanted to show you, probably not in this chapter, but maybe in chapter 3. There are sometimes built-in videos. I'm trying to see if I can find one real quick to show you. They're in the handouts for the chapter, though. I refer to them when I think there's interesting activities in here in the ebook that you might want to take a look at. Like here's one here. Active stats, attributes of a shape, shows you aspects of distribution shape. So there's a link to a little video that you can bring up, and it will play for you, you know, some concept about the chapter. Again, Firefox may be blocking on me. Seems like, there we go. Oh, it's coming up. I think it's over here. Here it is.
We can understand the aspects of a
He's really loud, so you might want to adjust your... But anyway, there's some nice activities in here that are helpful for viewing some of the concepts if you're a visual learner. And let's click back up here. Here's your homework page, and homework is organized by chapters, obviously. You do have to do this first introductory MyMathLab activity in order to get access to the homework that's coming up. I did put the videos here so you have an easy link to them if you don't want to use the ebook. If you take a look at the homework, just give you a quick look at it, and let's take a look at the problem, how the problems are, for those of you that haven't used MyMathLab before. It's pretty straightforward, and you know, you go through the questions here. I wanted to point out there's a lot of extra learning tools over here. It'll take you to the portion of the ebook where this is covered. If StatCrunch is useful, it will take you there. Connect to a tutor, ask my instructor. Different problems have different helps available. Some of them have videos, some of them have, here we go, help me solve it, view an example, do an animation. So a lot more, depending on the problem, a lot more helps for you here. Also, we'll use StatCrunch program, which is a statistical program that's built into MyStatLab. And generally you'll be going to view data sets from the textbook, and by textbook chapters here. And then here's different data sets that we'll use, and I'll frequently in the handouts refer to these, and also in the quizzes have you access those. So StatCrunch I think you'll find very helpful, and I have videos, actually let me go back to the course, in each chapter where we use StatCrunch, not chapter 1, but chapter 2, no, not chapter 10 or 11, chapter 2, let's go to chapter 2. There's a video here. This is where we start to use StatCrunch. But I've got videos showing you how to use StatCrunch to create bar plots and pie charts, and these are YouTube videos, so you can watch those over and over again. Okay, let me go back to the handout. This is the same thing we just went over. Proctored midterm. Oh, we have unlimited attempts for the MyMathLab homework, and you can access your homework even after the due date, as long as you accessed it at least one time before the due date. So if we get to the end of the semester and you'd like to bring your grade up a little bit, this is an opportunity for you to go back and rework any homework problems that you didn't get full credit on. There's a proctored midterm and final exam, and you'll find a link in the syllabus to the website where you can get all the information about the exams, and also if you're out of the area you'll have to identify a tutor, and that's included in the information about that is in the syllabus. You need to keep up with the weekly assignments, and I recommend printing out the weekly schedule that's in the syllabus. It's also shown below. MyStatLab again can be reworked. You have 2 attempts for each chapter quiz. These are located in Angel. I recommend taking the quiz for the first time early in the week. You can print the quiz, you can save the answers, finish later. I think it's a good study guide for you. Some of the questions, these are question pools, so when you take your second attempt you may get different questions. I don't extend due dates. Monday night at 11, the week after we finish the material. So your first 2 weeks of material are actually going to be due on January 27th to give you a little chance to get your feet on the ground with the course. You can contact me by course email, use my office phone if you have any questions. And again, that schedule is shown here. This is the same schedule that appears in the syllabus. It lists the homework that we do, the Angel assignments, the due dates, when the proctored testing is, and so forth. So I look forward to working with you in the class.